We want to factor and solve quadratic equations with a leading coefficient of -1, or equations in the form negative x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Looking at our first example, we don't want to try to factor this until we have a leading coefficient that's positive. So what we can do here is factor out -1. If we factor out -1, it's going to change the sign of each of these terms. We'll have x squared minus 7x minus 18 is equal to 0. Notice if we distribute -1, we would have negative x squared plus 7x plus 18. So by factoring out this -1, notice how now the leading coefficient of the trinomial factor is +1. So now we can factor this as we normally would. Now here we did factor out -1, but this 1 is actually optional. We could just factor out a negative, and then if this does factor, it'll factor into two binomial factors. The terms in the first positions would be the factors of x squared, which would be x and x. And then the terms of the second positions would come from the factors of -18 that add to -7. So we want two numbers that multiply and give us -18, but when we add them, we get -7. So you may be able to find the factors in your mind, but I'll go ahead and list the factors of -18. We could have -1 times +18, -18 times +1, -2 times +9, -9 times +2, then we'd have -3 times +6, or -6 times +3. We want the two factors that have a sum of -7. So here are the two winning factors because -9 plus 2 is equal to -7, the coefficient of our middle term. So this means one of the factors will be x minus 9, and one factor will be x plus 2. We have minus here because the 9 is negative. We have plus here because the 2 is positive. Now that it's in factored form, and we have a product equal to 0, the factor of x minus 9 must equal 0, or the factor of x plus 2 must equal 0. And now we'll solve these equations for x to determine our solutions. So to solve this equation for x, we would add 9 to both sides. This would be x equals +9. To solve x plus 2 equals 0, we would subtract 2 on both sides. And this would give us x equals -2. These would be our two solutions. So notice how once we factor out -1 or just a negative, we can factor like we normally would. Looking at our second example, we have -x squared minus 12x minus 36 equals 0. Because we want the leading coefficient to be +1, we'll start by factoring out -1, which again will change the sign of each of these terms. So we'll have x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals 0. And now we'll factor this trinomial as we normally would. So again, we can leave this factor here as -1, or we could just write it as a negative. And then if it does factor, we'll have two binomial factors. The first terms come from the factors of x squared. That would be x and x. And now we want to find the factors of +36 that add to +12. Well, there are quite a few factors of 36. 1 times 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. 6 and 6 are the winning factors because if we add these two factors, 6 plus 6 is equal to 12, which is the coefficient of the middle term, which means both factors will be x plus 6. So if we wanted to, we could rewrite this as negative the quantity x plus 6 squared equals 0. So this will be equal to 0 only when x plus 6 is equal to 0. So to solve this for x, we would subtract 6 on both sides of the equation. So we have x equals -6. And because we had two factors of x plus 6 resulting in only one solution, sometimes we'll say this solution has multiplicity of 2. or that it's a double root or double zero. Okay, I hope you found this helpful.